What's up, guys? This is Jakob. I'm the host of the Content Mentorship Show, and we are here live again with a new guest where we speak about the golden nuggets of different kind of businesses. I'm the host of the show. My name is Jakob. I'm content manager, and I'm helping entrepreneurs with their content strategy. And I'm very happy to speak today with Chris Fronda, who's the CEO of Logic Tree, where you learn and make better decisions faster for your own company. Welcome, Chris. I'm very happy to speak with you today. How are you doing?
Good. Excited to be here.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate your time. And we can directly start with you. So, what's your story? Who are you, and what exactly are you doing?
Yeah, so my name is Chris Faronda, the founder of Logic Tree. I've been a 15-year software developer, and what I created Logic Tree, the reason we pronounce it Logic Tree is because it's like chemistry, history, Logic Tree. It's where we're kind of looking at the science of decision making, the science of logic. So we're very interested in how people make decisions all day long, whether it's in their life, whether it's working for a company. How do we help systematize a lot of that information so that we can help everyone make better decisions faster? And that's a bit of that's at the high level. What we're really interested in is working with people that really care about education. They care about democratization of information. So if you think about Wikipedia and how people rally behind sharing content and information, we're very much in that same exact space, but we're focused on how do we package the information in a way that can help, through really complex decision-making processes.
Awesome. So, when you said Wikipedia, so one thing that I always have in mind, this is, I think, something that I learned, that I heard from Les Brown, one very famous motivation speaker. Information is not a problem. So we have all the information out there. If you just Google it, you will find almost all the answers. It's about the structure, so that it's
Exactly.
easy to execute. And this is something that Logic Tree is doing in a great way. So you can, everybody who's listening, when you go to Logic Tree, you can organize information in a way that is easy, understandable, and easy to execute. This is especially interesting for C-level entrepreneurs who are managing all the other people, right? So this is also one of your target audiences, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep. Yeah, we work with a lot of enterprises where when you think about organizations that have very complex, sales processes or very complex support, compliance, wherever there is more complexity, where you can't just give someone, information. You can't just throw answers at them. You have to provide the structure. The more structure that you need, because of the complexity of the information, that's where we shine as an organization. And that's really what we want to be about, is better structured information to help people learn faster and make, better decisions faster.
Great. So I have my 4 questions in my show. So one of the questions is, what is the best way to create content for your business? So can you share some experiences that you had in the past that worked well for you, where other entrepreneurs also can learn from?
Yeah, and do you mean creating content on the marketing side? Is that what you mean? Or yep.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of what we focus on for us is we also are a content platform. And so one of the things that's very interesting about us is that, unlike a lot of companies where they focus on just marketing the service they provide, we actually focus and are starting to focus a lot more on showcasing the content that our content creators are creating. And so we're focused on, as people use the platform, apply it to different decision-making processes, helping the collective, again, kind of like Wikipedia, we're focused on the marketing and proliferation of that content.
So
a
this
little bit
means,
different.
yeah.
Yep.
So this means you're creating white papers and use cases, or okay.
Well, yeah, I would say we have two sides to this. So yes, on one end, you're correct. We have white papers, case studies, the use cases that we provide to the big enterprise clients. So more of the C-suite
Mhm.
individual would want to hear about the results that we've had with enterprise clients and how we've delivered over 10x ROI with sales enablement technologies that are superior to a lot of the off-the-shelf technology today. It's in the AI space, where we're competing with better sales enablement. So that certainly we focus on the case studies, white papers. But then on the other side of it, with small business and there we focus really more so on highlighting the content that other small businesses are creating and showcasing the content creators on our platform first and foremost. Yeah, and we do
Awesome.
have, just as I'll say this, we do have a new website coming soon. So just know that it's going to look quite different as we move and we segment a little bit more to the enterprise versus the small business.
Okay. You can't mention the website. It's not live yet, right? Or
Not
is
yet.
it
No. It's
not yet?
yeah.
Okay.
We and it's going to be a pretty. There's a lot more coming as well because it's highlighting a little bit of what I mean about Wikipedia, and so there's some exciting stuff that we have coming on that side of it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Still this year or next year? When will
Yes,
it be live?
this year. Yep.
This year. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
In the last quarter of the year. Nice.
Yes.
Cool. When it comes to, because this is also a question that I'm always asking. So when it comes to generating new clients, this is a big issue for many people, especially for small, medium enterprises. What is your way or your approach or the best way that worked for you when it comes to generating new clients for your business? First of all, maybe you can also describe what kind of clients do you have. You already described a little bit bigger clients and big corporations and also small and medium enterprises. Maybe you can describe first who are your clients, and then in a second step, what are approaches that work very well for you for client acquisition.
Yeah, and I can frame it. And this is, client acquisition is always one of the hardest parts,
Yeah.
often overlooked because, a lot of people can build the technology, but you have to then figure out how do you get it out there.
Yes.
And there's, and one of the things that we have that may be a challenge for a lot of people is we actually have a lot of different customer profiles. So, when you talk about who is your ideal customer profile, it's always important for companies to try to identify one customer profile that's their ideal target, and then figure out what's the most cost-effective way to get that to that audience, right? And you kind of have to test. You have to try. Are you going to trade shows? Are you doing ads? Are you focusing on case studies? Or are you doing LinkedIn Live? Is it, or now a lot of people are getting leads on Lunch Club, for example. That's another big lead generation source. So many companies right now are saying that company has been amazing for lead gen. Actually, we've gotten a few clients because of that.
Cool.
And so figuring out that you do have to, as an entrepreneur, figure out what's the most optimal route. And we have a little bit of challenge of having multiple different customer profiles, since we do have enterprise sales teams all the way to just very small businesses that are trying to run on Google spreadsheets, for example. So we work with a lot of small businesses running on Google spreadsheets. We help them prepare their business to scale. So we help them get out of spreadsheets, get into a database. We help them systematize their processes. We help them lower their software development cost. We help in a lot of ways to get those businesses ready to go, up and running. So just very different profiles for these customers. So
Yes.
So we do a mixture of things. We do advertising around, landing pages, pillar pages. We do, now LinkedIn Lives. But we also have one other thing I'll mention too is a lot of companies have to pick: do you do a top-down versus a bottom-up strategy? And I will say that a lot of companies now are realizing that they kind of have to attack both bottom-up and top-down at the same time. And so what that means is you're doing the top-down targeted advertisements strategically for the high value clients that need to be approached in that manner, C-suite, for example. But then you're doing bottom up with content creators and with smaller businesses and developers and people who will want to learn more about the platform and are willing to sign up for free, try it out, and then get in and see if they can make something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you're working with them and they are producing content about your platform and you're paying them for them, or?
Yes. Well, so we're highlighting right now. What we've been highlighting so far is a lot of the content that the small businesses we work with. So for example, we work with consultants to build assessment tools for them. So a lot of consultants that have a service practice around, maybe diversity, equity, inclusion, for example. We have built an assessment tool that they can share with their prospective clients as a form of lead gen for them. So interestingly enough, we as a platform are actually part of the lead generation for clients. So we help them build those assessment tools to help attract prospective clients for their subject matter. So we as a company focus on highlighting our customers, what they're doing. The more that they become successful, the more that we become successful. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's very smart. I mean, especially for consultants. So doing a quiz or a couple of questions and then you're giving them some form of resource, and this could be also a lead gen campaign. I like this idea. Okay. I tried a little bit on Logic Tree, but I didn't test it in the sense that I didn't use it as a lead gen, but maybe I will do this soon. That's a cool idea. Yeah, that's cool. Very smart. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, one of your best marketing hacks for your business. What lesson would you share?
I would say that one of the things that we like to do, and maybe I don't know if this is a hack, but we really like to partner with people and exchange value in kind. And so we do partner with marketing agencies, with some influencers that we can offer them, software development in trade. So that's one of the ways that we've been able to give value to some of the people that can help us market into their channels. And that way it's, we build a long-term relationship with them where they're helping get us out there and we're helping them with, sometimes expensive software development costs that they can get for a much better price.
And how are you coming in contact on the first place with them? So this is, I think, for many people, the interesting thing.
Yeah. It's there's a number of things. A lot of it is meetup groups.
Okay.
Some of it is Slack channels that over time we've gotten invited into that are focused on marketing. And then other parts of it are just networking. And I think that one of the things with a lot of startups and entrepreneurs, you have this idea that you're passionate about, but you have to really focus on getting other people to care about what you're doing. And so that's one of the things that we have is by us helping other people, right? Focusing first on how do we help them, give them software for free, in a way for them to help us in a lot of the marketing and exposure that we get from that.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, creating win-wins. every relationship that we also our this relationship is also through a contact, and then we try to add value, we help each other, and that's the way how it works.
Exactly. Yep.
That's cool. Cool, Chris. My last question is about AI. You already mentioned AI. I'm always asking this question about AI because I believe I'm using already AI tools within the content space, so for content creation and for content distribution, because I believe if you really want the competitive advantage for the next couple of years, you not only have to use AI tools in order to save time and money, but you also have to become, to some degree, also your own software company and also think like a developer. But my question is more, what kind of AI tools are you using for your business in order to expand it? So I'm sure you're using it, some tools. What are they? I'm interested in them.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and it's interesting because in one capacity, we actually are an AI. We offer AI solutions to our customers through the platform, but how we work with AI to go to market, we actually, there's a few platforms that deliver AI solutions. So, for example, I just recently met the one of the founders of Conversion.ai or Jarvis.ai. I believe that's their new rebrand, and
Jarvis
they're
AI.
helping. Yep. And so helping with a lot of the content generation, which can be a lengthy process. There's also a lot of companies as well that are focused on AI to look for intent signals, and I think that that's one of the most interesting areas is looking at how can you monitor changes in like when somebody changes a job, for example, on LinkedIn, and what did they change their job to, and how do you use that information to help you understand when the right time to approach someone is. Because one of the things that also have learned a lot over the course of the company and throughout my career is timing is very important, right? You may have the right person, the right product, they need it, but it's just the wrong timing for other reasons. So how do you potentially use AI to not only identify that person, but also try to identify the right timing for the outreach.
Yeah, this I don't know why, but I thought now about Mailchimp, because Mailchimp offers this you can say to some degree also a signal. It makes suggestions on what time you should send the email campaign.
Yep.
Because of the data and the opening rates and things like that. And is that something that you imagined, so that you have some AI tool that gives you signals when is the right timing to make an approach or send a pitch, an email pitch or something?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly that's one. One example is what you just said, using AI to figure out when the right time is to follow up.
Mhm.
But there's some, one of the other pieces of AI is figuring out, of all the people that you could first cold outreach to, which ones are the highest likelihood that the timing is right for you to reach out to them. Because a lot of companies, there's a lot of companies now that have come into existence where they have big databases of people in the industry for, they have hundreds of millions of email addresses for everybody that you can segment through their platform. But the question is, of all those people, even when you filter down to your target audience, you can only reach out to so many of them per day, per month. So how do you figure out what's the right, who of the group is the best to reach out to at what time? So just lots of, so many applications for AI. And then not only that, but, when you do reach out, what's the best form of the email content to use, right? It's all of these are different parts of AI.
Cool. Really interesting.
Yeah, I think AI is going to, it's going to really help in a lot of ways, because I think that one of the things that AI will help to do is we have a lot of noise today. Like, I don't know about you, but I get messages on LinkedIn for, advertisements for things that are of no use to me. I get emails, and I think that what AI will start to do is say, before you reach out to Chris Fronda, I don't think it's that, what you have is the right timing, right? Or this is the right product, or maybe you should frame it differently, right? It'll help, I think, to help decrease the amount of just people blasting everyone with information.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm not. I also don't like all these messages on LinkedIn
Yeah.
that are wrong, because I'm
Yeah.
not the right person for them. But I don't know why they are contacting me. But yeah, maybe an AI should just say, no, this person is the wrong person. Don't
Yeah.
contact this person. Yeah, maybe we need something like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Because it helps both sides, because, it helps, as a startup, you want to find the people that your, email open rate and your response rate, right, is going to be pretty
Exactly.
high, right? You want to try to
Yes.
get the higher the better. It's less wasted effort for you as a startup.
Yeah. I have a platform. I bought a software called Funden AI, Funden app, and
Mhm.
the founders are very smart entrepreneurs who made a list of all kind of different investors.
Hmm.
And you're typing in what kind of industry you are, in what, how much you're earning, how much you're expecting from your investors, and then this AI gives you a list of investors who are very who match your interests. So
Hmm.
this software is using all the 50,000 investor lists they have in
Hmm.
order to find you the perfect match. And this saves you time. This
Yeah.
saves you energy, because okay, this person, for example, invested already in AI and could be also interested in another pitch,
Yeah.
and this saves you time. That's the
Yeah.
basic thing. Yeah.
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 I will say what's interesting about that is, so, some of the other aspects of AI, we don't get into those, but actually the matching system development. So building matching systems that can help people answer questions and then get them to the right recommendation. That's
Yeah.
one of the things that Logic Tree that we actually build. We build those types of applications for companies and for clients.
Awesome. So if people want to find more about you and or Logic Tree, where should they go?
Yeah, you can go to logictree.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. Yeah, I think we're always interested in one of the things that we're looking for now is also building a lot of the community up around people who are really interested in just decision making and helping, like in the Wikipedia side of it. So I would say that if there are content creators that like the sharing of knowledge and want to help and want to learn a bit more about what we're launching, because we haven't launched it yet, then we'd love to talk with some of those people. And then on the same side, if there are some of the businesses that what you heard resonated, then absolutely send you can also send an email to chris@logictree.com.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, Chris. So is there something, a last statement that you want to share with the community, or something that is important for you that you want to share? Anything?
I think I hope to help in this in the now that we have so much information and misinformation out there, and everybody can Google everything, but we need more structure. I just, I really hope that anyone who shares that passion, I hope they get in touch with us, because I think we have something exciting coming, and we're really wanting to build that community with people, and like I said, we're always looking for the win-win, where we're all getting value from the working together.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Chris, for your time. Really appreciate it. And I hope, I'm very sure that this is just a starting point of some cooler things that we are going to do together. And yeah, thank you very much. And if the community has any questions, so far I didn't saw any questions, some likes. But if you have any questions to Chris or to Logic Tree, just post it under this video, and I will send it also to Chris so that he can answer it. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for your time, Chris, and see you next time.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.